The Rolex GMT-Master II and 4 GMT watches that outperform this legendary timepiece in ways that matter to real watch enthusiasts, and unlike Rolex, you can actually walk into a dealer and buy them today. While collectors chase Rolex's inflated secondary market prices and endure years-long waiting lists, these alternatives deliver superior value, comparable quality, and immediate availability. The Rolex GMT-Master II has become the white whale of the watch world. What should cost $10,750 at retail now demands $19,500 on the secondary market for a used example, with some models pushing beyond $60,000. The iconic Pepsi bezel model, with its Cerachrome ceramic insert that aviation enthusiasts dream about? You are looking at a 2 to 3 year wait if you are lucky enough to get on a list at all. Some authorized dealers will quote you 10 years or simply refuse to add your name altogether. This scarcity is not entirely natural. While Rolex denies artificially restricting production, the reality is clear. Their allocation system favors high-spending customers and creates an environment where authorized dealers hold all the cards. The waiting lists are not even real queues. They are subjective preferences that work against regular enthusiasts who simply want to buy a quality GMT watch. But here is what the hype machine does not want you to know. The GMT function that made Rolex famous in 1954 has been perfected by other manufacturers who have learned from decades of innovation. Today's alternatives do not just match the GMT-Master II's caliber 3285 movement capabilities, they exceed them in crucial areas while remaining accessible to actual buyers. The Tudor Black Bay 58 GMT earns the top position because it delivers everything enthusiasts love about vintage Rolex GMT character in a package that is actually wearable. The Black Bay 58 GMT, introduced in 2024, solved the biggest complaint about Tudor's original Black Bay GMT, which was its size. At 39mm, this watch wears like a vintage GMT Master should. The case measures just 12.8mm thick and 47.8mm lug to lug, creating proportions that work on any wrist size. Compare that to modern Rolex sports watches that have grown increasingly chunky over the years. The black and red Coke bezel configuration that Tudor chose is particularly brilliant. While Rolex stubbornly refuses to reintroduce the beloved Coke GMT-Master II with its classic aluminum bezel, Tudor embraced this classic colorway with gilt-style numerals that evoke the earliest GMT watches from the 1950s. The matte black dial with gold tone accents creates a vintage aesthetic that feels both nostalgic and thoroughly modern. Under the hood sits Tudor's MT545U movement, a true flyer GMT that operates at 28,800 vibrations per hour with a 65-hour power reserve. This movement carries METIS Master Chronometer certification, meaning it resists magnetic fields up to 15,000 Gauss and maintains chronometer accuracy of 0 to +5 seconds per day. The Flyer GMT function allows you to independently adjust the local hour hand without stopping the watch or disturbing the GMT hand, exactly how a travel watch should work. The value proposition is staggering. For $4,775, you get Swiss manufacturing, METIS certification, 200 meters of water resistance, and a T-Fit micro-adjustment clasp. Most importantly, you can walk into any Tudor authorized dealer and buy one. No waiting list, no relationship building, no games. Tudor's connection to Rolex heritage runs deep. Both brands were founded by Hans Wilsdorf, but Tudor has evolved into something more accessible and arguably more purposeful. While Rolex chases luxury market premiums, Tudor focuses on creating tools that serious enthusiasts actually use. Longines deserves massive respect for their GMT credentials. Most people associate GMT functionality with the 1950s and Rolex, but Longines was tracking multiple time zones decades earlier. In 1908, they created dual time zone pocket watches. By 1925, they had launched the world's first dual-time wristwatch. Aviation legends like Charles Lindbergh, Amelia Earhart, and Howard Hughes trusted Longines during the golden age of flight. The Spirit Zulu Time honors this heritage while delivering modern performance that embarrasses watches costing twice as much. Available in 39mm and 42mm cases, the Spirit offers size options that Rolex simply does not provide. The 42mm version measures 49.4mm lug to lug with a thickness of 13.9mm, substantial but not overwhelming. Inside beats the COSC certified caliber L844.4 based on proven Swiss movement architecture, a Flyer GMT movement with a 72-hour power reserve and 25,200 vibrations per hour frequency. Like the Tudor, this allows independent adjustment of the local hour hand for seamless travel functionality. The bidirectional rotating ceramic bezel features engraved and lacquered numerals that remain legible in all lighting conditions. The pricing structure reveals Longines' commitment to accessibility. The steel version starts at just $2,750 on leather, rising to $2,850 on a steel bracelet. Want something truly special? The titanium version costs $4,550, still less than most luxury GMT alternatives, while offering superior lightness and durability. Industry experts have taken notice. One prominent reviewer stated it sets a new bar for design and quality in a true GMT at its price point, and even a few thousand above. The Spirit Zulu Time proves that heritage brands can innovate without abandoning their core identity. What makes this watch particularly compelling is its immediate availability. Longines has sufficient production capacity and distribution networks to keep authorized dealers stocked. You are not competing with speculators or fighting allocation games. You are simply buying a quality GMT watch from a company that wants to sell you one. Grand Seiko represents something unique in luxury watchmaking, a truly independent manufacturer with uncompromising standards and no marketing mythology. Founded in 1960, Grand Seiko was created specifically to challenge Swiss dominance in high-end timekeeping. The SBG M221 exemplifies everything Grand Seiko does better than almost everyone else. The 39.5mm case measures 14.5mm thick and 46.3mm lug to lug, proportions that feel substantial without being overbearing. But case size tells only part of the story. Grand Seiko's legendary Zaratsu polishing technique creates surfaces that must be seen to be believed. Using rare Salaz machines that polish with the side of the disc rather than the front, Grand Seiko achieves mirror finishes with impossibly sharp transitions between brushed and polished surfaces. The ivory dial showcases Grand Seiko's mastery of texture and legibility. Multifaceted hands and hour markers catch and reflect light from every angle, ensuring readability even in challenging conditions. The tempered blue GMT hand provides perfect contrast against the dial while maintaining the elegant aesthetic that defines the Elegance collection. Caliber 9 SS66 represents decades of Japanese horological innovation. This automatic movement delivers GMT functionality with a 72-hour power reserve and accuracy of +5 to -3 seconds per day, tighter tolerances than most Swiss chronometer standards. While Grand Seiko also offers spring drive technology in their GMT lineup, this mechanical movement showcases their traditional watchmaking mastery. The beautifully decorated movement visible through the exhibition caseback showcases finishing quality that rivals watches costing 3 times as much. At $4,600, the SBG M221 sits at the lower end of Grand Seiko's mechanical range, but it is still a Grand Seiko through and through. One prominent watch publication noted that even their own Mike Stockton, who is a fan of the Pepsi, confessed after seeing the Grand Seiko in the metal that it is a better watch than the Rolex. Grand Seiko's independence from traditional luxury watch marketing means they focus purely on horological excellence. No celebrity endorsements, no artificial scarcity, no allocation games. Just exceptional watches available to anyone who appreciates superior craftsmanship. Omega's Planet Ocean GMT represents the polar opposite of Rolex's luxury positioning. Where the GMT-Master II has evolved into a status symbol, the Planet Ocean remains an uncompromising tool watch designed for serious professional use. The fourth-generation Planet Ocean, launched in late 2025, addresses previous criticism about case size. Omega returned to the original 42mm diameter while reducing thickness to 13.8mm, a significant 2.3mm decrease from the previous generation. This creates a watch that wears comfortably while maintaining the substantial presence that professional divers demand. The 600 meters of water resistance capabilities dwarf the GMT-Master II's modest 100 meters rating. This is not marketing hyperbole. The Planet Ocean undergoes rigorous testing to ensure it can handle real diving conditions that would destroy most luxury GMT watches. Every Planet Ocean GMT carries Master Chronometer certification, meaning it resists magnetic fields up to 15,000 Gauss while maintaining chronometer accuracy. In our increasingly electromagnetic world, this protection proves invaluable for professionals working around medical equipment, industrial machinery, or electronic devices. Omega's coaxial escapement technology, originally invented by George Daniels and developed over decades of research, reduces friction and extends service intervals compared to traditional lever escapements. The result is a movement that maintains accuracy longer between services while proving more durable under extreme conditions. Pricing starts around $5,200 for steel versions with the coaxial caliber 8605, rising to $9,200 for newer bracelet models. The titanium variants cost approximately $5,700. Remarkable value for a watch offering superior water resistance, magnetic resistance, and chronometer certification compared to Rolex alternatives. Unlike limited edition Omega releases that generate waiting lists, the Planet Ocean GMT forms part of Omega's core collection. Authorized dealers maintain inventory, and the brand has sufficient production capacity to meet demand without artificial scarcity. Christopher Ward deserves recognition for creating what might be the most honest GMT watch in production. Founded in 2004 in Maidenhead, England, Christopher Ward built their reputation by eliminating traditional retail markups and selling directly to consumers. The C65 GMT represents their philosophy in its purest form: maximum quality at minimum price. At $800 to $1,370, depending on strap choice, the C65 GMT costs less than most Swiss three-hand watches while delivering genuine GMT functionality. The 41mm case measures 12.7mm thick and 46.68mm lug to lug. Those proportions work equally well for office environments and weekend adventures. Christopher Ward's signature light catcher case design creates visual interest through alternating brushed and polished surfaces. The bidirectional sapphire bezel offers durability that aluminum bezels cannot match, while the wide arrow GMT hand in red or orange provides excellent legibility against the dial. The 200 meters of water resistance, screw-down crown with dry Marshall safety indicator, and robust bracelet with micro-adjustments and quick-release functionality demonstrate that affordable does not mean compromised. Christopher Ward sources quality components and applies rigorous quality control while maintaining prices that established brands simply cannot match. One British reviewer noted that its price is borderline scandalous. Other watch brands must look at models like this from Christopher Ward and throw their hands up in exasperation. And so they should. The direct sales model eliminates authorized dealer networks, waiting lists, and allocation schemes. You order online, and Christopher Ward ships immediately. No relationships required, no games played, just honest commerce between manufacturer and consumer. Recent data suggests the Rolex frenzy is finally cooling. Wait times that peaked at 180 days for GMT-Master II models in 2022 dropped to around 90 days in 2024. The Submariner's wait time fell from 105 days in 2023 to 60 days in 2024. But even improving availability does not address the fundamental value proposition problem. Between Rolex and Tudor, Hans Wilsdorf's creations dominated 30.9% of luxury watch market sales in 2022. This concentration of market power allows pricing that bears little relationship to manufacturing costs or technological innovation. The GMT-Master II succeeds because of brand prestige, not because it offers superior GMT functionality. These four alternatives prove that excellent GMT watches exist outside the Rolex ecosystem. They offer superior value, comparable or better specifications, and immediate availability. Most importantly, they are made by companies that want to sell watches to enthusiasts rather than creating artificial scarcity for status-conscious collectors. The choice becomes clear when you strip away the marketing and focus on pure functionality. Tudor delivers Swiss heritage with modern performance. Longines offers aviation history with contemporary reliability. Grand Seiko provides Japanese precision with unmatched finishing. Omega creates professional tools with cutting-edge technology. Christopher Ward proves that honest pricing and quality construction can coexist. These are not consolation prizes for people who cannot buy Rolex. They are legitimate alternatives that often exceed the GMT-Master II in meaningful ways. While others chase wait lists and pay inflated premiums for the privilege of owning a crown logo, these four GMT watches remind us that great timekeeping has never been about exclusivity. It is about precision, reliability, and the pure joy of wearing a well-made mechanical watch that actually serves its intended purpose. The GMT function was created to solve real problems for real people. These four watches honor that legacy while remaining accessible to anyone who appreciates mechanical excellence over marketing mythology.